Good morning. It is Friday, the 30th of April, and I uploaded my episode 20. Sorry, I feel like I'm very shaky. I'm trying to cover up the vacuum cleaner in my head. I uploaded episode 20 yesterday, and I am absolutely chuffed with the feedback I've had. It seems like you guys seem to like this new format, which is a real relief for me because it means I can keep podcasting, which is fab. So I'm starting straight away to film the next episode, which is great. It should mean that I might even be able to podcast weekly, which is even better. And my makeup is smudge. I have got an exciting morning plan, so I thought I'd come and tell you. So this arrived the other day. And it is my swap parcel that I've done with Cherie, which is very exciting. We all know that Cherie is the queen of swaps. Cherie is going to FaceTime me in about 40 minutes or so. And we are going to have a knit and a chat and open our parcels, which is really exciting. This has been in the house for 2 days and I've held off opening it. So pretty proud of myself. I have already got some finished objects to show you, so I'm going to crack on and do that straight away. And then I will update you as the week goes on. But anyway, thank you for your lovely messages and feedback. It really, really meant a lot to me. Okay, I'll speak to you later. So, first two finished objects I'm just going to show you really quickly, and I'm also going to put my hand in for perspective. These are my mini socks for April, yellow. So this is mine, and this is Jules's in her Hedgehog Fibres Bee's Knees colourway. Very cute. I love the little black spots, really does make you think of bees. Next finished object, sorry, I feel like all these finished objects are replicas of last week's finished objects, but never mind. I finished the Prairie Fire I was working on, and I love it. So this is Prairie Fire by Tin Can Knits. I did this one in the 3 to 6 month size, so it's a tiny bit bigger than the last one I made, and it's in the Jasper DK colourway by Bird Street Yarn. Oh, Mufasa hair on it. I just love how this detail wraps around like this. I actually left off a bit of pattern because I think it was supposed to do sort of one more repeat, but I felt like it was long enough. It's quite long in the body, this pattern, if you follow the all of the charts, but to be honest, that might be my gauge because I'm a tight knitter, so I go up loads of needle sizes, so it might be to do with that, but hey, it's fine. And I'm really excited for the little baby grow to arrive that I've ordered to go with it, so that will be cool. And finally, I'll show you these super quick because they are identical to a finished object from last week. This is the other half of the sock tube I had of Pebbles on a Beach, and I've made another pair of vanilla socks for a present. So those are the finished objects for now. I have finished my striped sweater and it is blocked, and I am thrilled with it. I absolutely love it. I love the shape. I love the neck. I need to show you. It's quite wide, but I love it. The arms are quite loose here, but I like that. I like the length. I did the 3rd size at the cropped length. As you see, the sleeves match up really nicely, which they almost didn't because I did one colour in the wrong place and had to unpick it on both sleeves. But I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think it looks lovely. I can't really turn and show you the back, but I think, yeah, I am thrilled with that. I'm definitely going to make some more of these in one colour because I think it's a good sweater shape on me. So yeah, Stripes by Andrea Mowry, really chuffed. I have just started a beautiful new sock. As you can see, I'm having a lovely time here. I've got my feet up under a blanket and I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. And I have started this sock, and it is the Pearly Dot Socks by Sandra Cherryheart. And it drew my attention because it's got this gorgeous picot edging. I think I saw Paula from the Stitch by Mrs. D podcast. She was knitting some of these and I just saw them and just fell in love. So it's got this like different cuff, which I really like, because you can get a bit bored of ribbon, can't you? And I knew it would be the perfect pattern for this yarn, which is the set that Claire and I dyed together last year for the Flower Power Fund, and we called it Absolutely Ranunculus. So it's 5 colours. So you've got this sort of mauvey colour, a darker pink, a really pale pink, the yellow and the green. And I love the way these three have faded together. They look really nice. And I've just got some undyed merino nylon for the heels. I was going to do the pattern as written with heel flap and gusset, which I know is very unlike me, because I can't show you a picture because I haven't been able to print off the pattern, but it has an eye of partridge heel with a garter edge, which I love. It just looks so pretty. But these socks aren't for me. They're going to be a present for a friend. So I thought that it's probably best to do an afterthought heel for these, seeing as they're not for me. And I'll make another pair for myself where I do the flap and gusset, because I think I can measure more accurately, knowing exactly how big my foot is. But I've whipped that out so far today. Admittedly, I've had quite a lazy, restful day, so I've had lots of knitting time, but I've also done quite a few other jobs, so not bad going, I would say. So yeah, that is the Pearly Dot Socks by Sandra Paul, and I would really recommend it. She's got a really good photo tutorial for this Pico cuff, so really worth a look. Good morning, it's Monday, it's Bank Holiday Monday, which is nice. So I just thought I'd share with you the progress on my West Yorkshire Spinners Robin socks. So these I only pick up every now and again, maybe when I'm chatting or something. So I haven't made a vast amount of progress, but a little bit. They're 72 stitch and they're for a size 10 foot, I think. So they're going to take a while anyway. I've got my nice cup of tea and I've got a couple of project bags ready for a bit of a cast on party today. So in my beautiful new Ollie and Bella bag, I'm going to cast on a pair of shorty socks in my new Liberty Lace pattern. And then obviously it is May now, so I'm also going to cast on my green socks for May. Sorry, I've just realised again I'm filming with the washing machine on in the background. I hope it's not too bad. So I will share my start on those with you a little bit later. I also have plans to start a love note for Freya. But at the moment my stupid printer won't work properly, so I can't print the pattern. So just waiting for Paul to get in from his bike ride so he can help me with that. Anyway, I hope you have nice plans for today, and I will speak to you a little later on. Yesterday was bank holiday and the weather was awful. So, and I mean awful. I was awake all night because it was so windy and I was just worried about the devastation in my garden, and it did cause a bit of devastation, unfortunately. My one of the shelves broke in my greenhouse, so I got seedlings everywhere, which is pretty sad, but hey, anyway, I digress. Because the weather was so awful, I just cozied up and cast on some socks. So these are my Rainbow Chronicles socks for May, in this beautiful yarn, which is Lichen by Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Yarns. And this pattern I love. It is Lady Violet from Rachel's Bridgerton collection. That's Twin Set and Pearl. And I absolutely love it. I enjoyed this so much. I did the whole egg last night. Well, I think I cast it on, because I couldn't cast it on straight away because the printer broke. And Paul said, I'm just popping up to sort out the printer. And 2 hours and 70 quid later, we had a new printer. So I had to wait to be able to start these because I needed the pattern. So I don't think I started these until about 4 o'clock. And then I cooked dinner, ate dinner, then sat down to watch TV. and I did those in that time, so it really knit itself because I just wanted to see the pattern grow. It's lovely. So you've got this pattern runs down the side, obviously, and you've got the same pattern again on the back, and then on the other side you just put the heel in the other way so that they're like mirrored, which is cool. And then I also cast on these, oops, excuse me, trying to do everything one-handed. So I wanted to cast on a shorty version of my Liberty lace socks. So obviously I didn't do the pattern on the back. I've just done a short cuff, and then I'm just doing the lace pattern down the front, and I love it in this blue. This blue is a one of a kind from Somerset Yarns. And it's just gorgeous. And it really, I think the tonal just shows up this pattern so well. I went to do it on a speckled and then thought, oh no, it's just not going to show up. So it's just lovely. I'm really chuffed with it. I must say a huge thank you for all the Liberty lace love over the weekend. The pattern was really successful. If you missed out on the discount, I will do another one for podcast viewers. So if you use the code Liberty20, I'll actually make it so it gets you 20% off of any of the patterns in my shop, and I will run that until probably the end of May, I think. So yeah, if you didn't get a chance to snag the pattern and you'd like it, use Liberty20 to get yourself 20% off. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and work on these guys today. I'd like to think I could get both socks finished by the end of today, like this one and that one finished by the end of today, but we shall see. Well, would you believe it? I'm actually knitting a swatch. So this yarn's literally just been delivered. It's Drop Sky. It's colour 18, which I think they call dusky pink, I think. It's beautiful. It's light as a feather and soft as anything. So I'm knitting a Whitmore cardigan, and the yarn is a little bit lighter than suggested, and also I know that my gauge is tight, very tight, so I thought I'd knit a swatch. So what I've done is I did this below this garter ridge, I did with a 4mm needle, and then above I did with a 4.5mm, and that seems to get me gauge. So that is what I shall go with, and hopefully all will be well. I love it. It's so soft. The colour is looking very beigey in this light. That's a bit better there. Much more pinky. But yeah, I'm really excited to cast it on. I also, let me see if I can reach a second, got some more Rowan Summer Light Cotton. I had 2 balls of this upstairs. So I bought, this is duck egg. I bought another, I think it's 3, and I'm going to make another striped sweater, but all in one colour, and I thought that would be lovely for the summer because it's going to be really light and cool. And then I've also, I can't show you because it's not here right now, but I've also just had delivered some, actually I've got a packet, some new Chowgu lace tips for my interchangeable set, which are 6.5mm, because I want to make a love note for Freya. And I didn't have anything bigger than a 5.5, so I got some of those as well. So I've got loads of opportunities for casting on now. I think I might cast on the love note first, actually, because that'd be quite a quick knit, and then cast this on after that. So lots of potential there for new projects. So I'm just filming this bit for the second time. For some reason, I just talked on for a couple of minutes, and when I looked, I only had 2 seconds of film, which is mighty annoying. Anyway, I have cast on the love note for Freya. It's gorgeous already. As you can see, the yarn is super fun. I've had this for a long time in my stash, so I'm really glad to be using it. Sorry, there's a, I'm not sure if it's a hair or a fibre, yes, a wiry fibre. So it's the Flamingo colourway by Ching Fibres. This one is in their singles base, which is lovely. I've not knitting singles for a long time. And this is their melted Surrey alpaca, which, as you can tell, is soft and gorgeous. And it just doesn't shed like mohair does, which is great. So I've cast on, but I've not done as written so far, because it tells you to cast on provisionally and then go back at the end and pick up stitches and knit the rib. Now I can't see what benefit I would get from that at all. I wouldn't like a bound off edge around the neck anyway, because no matter how loosely you bind off, it's always too tight. So what I did was I looked at the final amount of stitches and I cast that on and just sort of did the rib, and then rather than a decrease round and working up, I did an increase round and then started the pattern. So hopefully that'll all be fine, but I just could not see the point in doing a provisional cast on. So I'm doing the 6 to 8 size. Freya will be 6 in October, so I'm hoping to give this to her either for her birthday or for Christmas. So I figure that's a pretty good size. She's a tiny, skinny little thing, but she's very tall and with very long arms. So I think I will do the short sleeve version and make it as long in the body as I can with the yarn I've got. And that should be fine. But yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. And how fun are these colours? What 6-year-old wouldn't love that? It's so interesting. There's just like, you get all these rich pops, really deep, and then you get some pale bits, and the blues and greens, yellows, all sorts. It's wild and I love it. It's nice. It's nice to knit with something that I wouldn't wear myself, but just to have the fun of knitting it, really. So yeah, that's the Love Note sweater by Tin Can Knits. So I've just had something in the post which I ordered ages ago. I think I've had them on pre-order since January. So these are called floops, and they are a cable needle basically. I've always struggled with cables. I didn't get on very well with the needles. I would drop them and then the stitches slide off and I get really tense and it just doesn't work well. So I thought this might be a really good option. So you basically got these tiny little needles and then like a flexible kind of, it's almost like a hairband kind of middle bit, so that the stitch can't slide off easily at all. Those are the details there, possibly why I had to wait so long, because they are made in Vermont, and the company I got them for was actually a UK website called Yarn for the Soul. So yeah, it was only very cheap. I think it was only about £4. It wasn't expensive at all. So I'm quite excited to give that a go. So incoming cable projects imminent. I just thought I'd give you an update on my progress on these Lady Violet socks. So I cast these on approximately 48 hours ago, and you can see that I'm addicted. So the leg, really, the pattern on the leg has taken me an evening for each, basically. And then the rest is all just plain sailing. So I did this on Bank Holiday Monday evening, and then I did the foot while I was on FaceTime with Rachel, who designed the pattern, funnily enough, and popped the heel and toe in last night, and well, I say last night, yesterday afternoon, and then in the evening I cast on the new one and I got probably this far, I think, and then this morning I did the rest of the leg pattern, and now I'm just motoring down the foot. So it won't be long before these are a finished object, and I think this will make my May socks my fastest Rainbow Chronicles ever. But I just love them. I think they're gorgeous. The pattern is really clever. So you do the same thing twice. But if you're doing a heel, flap and gusset, you put the heel on the other side. If you see what I mean. It's very hard to explain. But with an afterthought heel, basically, I put the heel on this side for one. So this is, you know, my right sock. So this goes down the edge of my right leg. And this one, I'll put it on the other side so that it's for the left leg. So very, very clever. So this is the other side, so you can see it's going to block out really nicely, I can tell already. Lovely. Okay, spoiler alert for a live unboxing. I'm about to open my April Friends Yarn Club from the Dotty Wool Company. I've not looked at it at all yet, so I'm really excited. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wow, do you know I had a feeling it was going to be like pretty colours today. What's it called? How are you doing? That's amazing. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Let me see what sheet I've got. Oh, she's done these before. They're like the M&S version of Lindor. Oh, Ruth, I love it. It's beautiful. And it's on my favourite base, 80/20 high twist. Love it. Oh, look what I've got. So I did my my call with Cherie this morning, and we did our swap, and it was so lovely. We chatted for nearly 2 hours. You know, it's really funny because we sort of know each other and we chat all the time, but it's the first time we've actually spoken in person, which is unbelievable. So we opened our swap packages and it was like Christmas Day. It was so fun. So this is the goodie box that Cherie got for me. So she dyed this yarn for me, which is just beautiful. And she said she wanted it to be like all bright pinks and corals because she knows that's the kind of thing I like. She called it the Summer Pinata Sock Set, look, and this beautiful cerise pink mini to go with it. She got me this. She thought I might like to do something a bit different, and she thought it looked just like Mufasa, so it's perfect. We actually had a little selfie with our cats because they both came to see what was going on. She got me some hand cream and some Vaseline and a face mask and some soap because she thought it'd be really useful for after my operation, which it really, really will be. Top tip, if you ever have a scar, Vaseline is the best thing ever for it. She also gave me one of these candles by the Botanical, for some reason I can't say that, the Botanical Candle Company, which I've heard her and Gaynor talk about, and I've really wanted to try for ages, so that's really exciting. She knows I'm a bit of a chocolate fiend, and I don't think she realised that mint chocolate is my absolute favourite, so I will enjoy every bite of that. I might eat it now before Paul gets home from work. Hello, buddy, you come to see what's going on? Professor, do you want to go outside? He's bored of me. Okay, then she also gave me this really sweet pen and notebook. And the notebook has got craft pages in, which I love. And it's one of those that's like sewn together. I don't know if you can see. Really lovely. And this sticker that says Knitter and Proud. I love that. I might stick that on the front. I quite like it on there. Then she said she wanted to get me something really neon and bright. So she got these stitch markers from Lana Boo, which are so cool. And then finally, I feel like I've made it now. I've got an Ollie and Bella bag. Oh, I love it so much. She wanted it to be really bright and colourful because she knows me too well. And look, she lined it with cherries. And she made one for herself, so we're matching, which is just too cute. And then she popped this in because she said it made her think of me, which is so cute. So, oh, Cherie, thank you so much, my lovely. It was an absolute pleasure just to chat to you, let alone to get all these lovely gifts. So I am very, very touched. So yeah, if you get the opportunity to do a yarn swap with a friend, do it because it's so fun. I loved putting Cherie's together. It was just such a nice thing to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little look through there. Good morning. Excuse the washing machine noise behind me, but it's Saturday morning, so the bed sheets are in there. I thought I'd come and show you this gorgeous yarn that Claire gave me yesterday. So she said it was an experiment that didn't quite come out as planned, but I said I loved it, so she said I could have it. I thought it looked like a cocktail with these like peachy colours and fresh greens. There's even some like little specks of blue and pink and it's just gorgeous. I love it. I am loving life today in my new dungarees. They are the comfiest things in the whole world. I do feel a little bit like handy pandy, but I'm just going to embrace it because they're comfy. They're jersey, so they're stretchy and they're roomy, and oh, I am loving life. Yeah, hope you've got a nice Saturday planned. I will speak to you later. Hello, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode today. I've really enjoyed filming it this way, and I think people are enjoying seeing it in this format, so I'm really happy about that. So I'm just looking at myself, my hair's awful, I look really tired. One thing I have noticed while editing it together is that I've mentioned the day quite a few times, but I've not necessarily used the clips in chronological order because I kind of wanted to keep the kind of finished objects, whips, acquisitions kind of format. So do forgive me for a sort of if I've confused you with the days during the podcast. You might also notice that I changed my nails halfway through the week, so that'll throw you too. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a very productive week in terms of knitting, and I've had quite a few acquisitions as well. I just wanted to finish off by showing you my Whitmore sweater because I don't think I've actually shown you this one finished. So, sorry, it's hard to show you sitting down, but this is my sort of t-shirt version, if you like. So like I made for Claire, I just adapted the pattern by doing short sleeves and making the body shorter, which made it a really quick knit. I think I used 2.5 skeins of DK, so it was brilliant. And I love this already. I wear it quite a little bit, so it's a really good one. So yeah, I'm just trying to remember what else I was going to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to do the discount in my Ravelry shop, like I said. So if you use the code Liberty20, that's the word Liberty, the number 20, in my Ravelry shop, which you can find as Becky Norman Designs, or you can search the name of my patterns, and that will get you 20% off the 3 patterns in my shop so far until the end of May. And I will start that from today, which is Wednesday the 5th of May. I'm hoping in the next probably 2 weeks I'm going to launch the after party socks, which I know you're all looking out for. That one is actually going to be a free pattern, so I will let you know as soon as that's up. And I'm working on a couple more, which is really exciting. So I'm really excited that I've been able to bring you 2 weekly episodes so far in this new format. So I hope you like that too. And so fingers crossed I'll be back next week with another one. In the meantime, you take care and stay safe, and I'll see you then.